Good evening, you handsome lot. And on the ramp today, I've got a 2018 Renault Mégane 1.3 TCE. And I tell you what, it's absolutely freezing today. I think it's about -1 or something like that. But anyway, this car has covered 48,000 miles, and the customer's requiring the water pump to be replaced. Should we get involved and get this water pump changed? Right, we've now gone ahead and got the vehicle on the ramp. First things first, take the radiator cap off because we need to take the vehicle up in the air and drain the coolant out of it. With the vehicle now up in the air, it does tell us to drain the coolant out of the radiator, which is just over here. But we have got a little auxiliary water pump, which is just at the back of the engine there, and that seems to be lower than that point on the radiator. So we're going to get it drained off here. Now I have got my little receptacle. Get a little spring clip off. This water should, well, it will. It's going to pour out in it, really. How's everybody's week been anyway? Have we all had a good week? Has it all been productive? You know what, I hate this. Especially coolant. There you go. That now is that coolant draining out. To remove the water pump on this, we've got to just drop the engine down a little bit. And if you haven't seen it already, I'm going to be using the Pickler engine support. Now, I've had a lot of people saying, oh, how easy is it to fit? Well, I'm going to show you. Now, there is no exact rule book where you mount it. Well, that was a new one. New bloody camera. SD card was full, so I've had to just stop and delete some footage. But anyway, there is no rule book to how you mount it. You've got to use your head a little bit. Clip it into the subframe. Then the two arms at the back, you can adjust them then to the chassis. I'm going to have to just hold it up because you've got to just sort of set it up to stop it falling off kind of thing. But yeah, once it's on, brilliant. Such a time saver. What I've done now is just drop the vehicle back down to working height, undone the 4 bolts off the engine mount. No need to take it off the chassis, just remove it off the engine. That is nice and loose. Now we can get the vehicle back up to a working height where we can remove the driver's side front wheel and get in through the inner wheel arch. Right, driver's side wheel, inner wheel arch is now off. Now be careful with these. If you've ever worked with these plastic clips on these Renaults, it can be a bit of a nightmare. Sometimes the heads just pull straight off them. But anyway, we've got a lot of access now. This is the water pump. We've got the engine support. And lower it down. Look how much room we're going to get. Look at that. Effortless. Effortless. Now, believe it or not, these newer cars, some of the Renaults, and we all know from previously, the Fords have got stretch belts on the alternators and water pumps, etc. And this has got a stretcheroonie belt. Because it's being replaced, what we're going to do, get a Stanley knife and give it a bit of a snipperoonie. And that now is one belt removed. One belt removed. Let's get that old water pump pulley off. I'm sure where am I going with this camera? Get the DeWalt on it. 10mm, and that pulley will. Oh, let's get it quick. Get it quick before it falls off. There we go. That is one pulley removed. Now, once everything's out of the way, there is only 4 bolts holding this water pump on. It is very simple to change. Now, I have taken the one out the top. We're just going to get them last 3 out. Now, I have got my little receptacle. Even though I've drained the coolant, there is still going to be coolant in the block. Now, I've had people ask me, what do I think of these new DeWalt tools? Well, I've only had them since Monday. And I don't think I've charged the battery yet, and I've used them every single day of the week. I'm well impressed with them. I'm not going to lie. Is that water pump going to... We might have to just get a little bit of a bodgery pokery and just prise it off. There we go. Let's let that drain out for a second. And there we go. That is one water pump removed. Now, it's only small. Very, very small. Smaller than my fist. Now, I can't see anything wrong with it. I don't know why the customer wanted to replace him, whether it was just a prevention or I couldn't see anything wrong with it. It wasn't noisy or it wasn't leaking. Anyway, let's wait for the new one to turn up. Eventually, the water pump has finally turned up. Now, before we fit it, we're going to give this block, this engine block, a little bit of a cleaner rooney. Now, all I use on an aluminium surface is a little bit of 3M Scotch pad. You do not want anything abrasive. Now, I have already cleaned it. You just go around it gently and make sure everything is spotless. Regarding gaskets, now, you lot probably already know my pet hate, and that is silicone sealant on a water pump. If there's a gasket, you don't need sealant. Now on this gasket there is little tabs that we bend over, and that will keep it in place when we install it to the engine. Now this is a straightforward job to carry out. We're going to get this on now and get the bolts torqued up to 25 Newton meters. Everything now is bolted up and torqued up to spec Rooney, but we do need to go ahead and put the stretch belt on. Now, they can be a little bit of a nightmare. There is special tools, but I tend to have better luck fitting them without the tool. We're going to give it a go and see what happens. Right, well, we have got the belt semi on. Now I've had to get Gav to hold the bar for me. And what we've got to do, let me see if I can move my camera out of the way. We've now got sort of, keep turning it round. If it goes on that bottom bit, oh my God, let's have a look. We go, pull the belt round onto that last rib. It should all follow into place. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you, Gav? Give me bar. It'll go on, isn't it? It'll go on. It'll go on. No, it can be. No. Right, hang on. Hang on. Right, well, after a little bit of fettling, that belt is now on and all lined up correctly. Let's drop it down and connect the engine mount back up. Engine mount is now back on. Now we need to go ahead and fill that cooling system. What we're going to be using is universal vacuum and refill system. I've used this many times in all my videos and it's such a great tool. Various different caps for different vehicles. Make sure you get the right one for the vehicle, otherwise it won't work, obviously. The actual vacuum gauge itself. Get it coupled up. Now they are air operated. If you haven't got an airline, it's not going to work for you, unfortunately. Get it coupled up. Let me just turn this camera around. Hang on. Right, that's a little bit better. Now, flick that little toggle switch, and that will start the vacuum, pulling the air through. The needle will go up. Now, I just want it to go into the red. About, that is bang on. Get this disconnected and we can leave it for 5 minutes or so. After you've left it for 5 minutes or so, if the needle hasn't moved, all good to go. And if it has moved, you've obviously got a bit of a leak somewhere. And we don't like leaks, do we? Flick this bottom switch now, and that will fill the cooling system. Such a brilliant tool this is. See? Filling it beautifully. Finally, that cooling system is now full. But however, on these Renaults, even though I use that vacuum tool, I do find myself still opening the little bleed screws. Now, there is one on the heater matrix side of things and one on top of the thermostat, which I'll show you. I do always like to just wind them off and close them again. It's just a habit. But there was no air in there. Right, all we've got to do now is jump in the car. Oh, God. And give it a big start Rooney. turn the radio down. Hang on. Right, well the radio is now off. We've got to just turn the fan speeds up and the heater, the temperature right up to hot, and leave this car ticking over and get up to temperature. Now, I did do a little bit of a video yesterday over on my TikTok and LinkedIn. Do you know what? All these modern cars with all these fancy screens, I think they're just such a big distraction. You can't beat a twisty knob. You just can't. You just can't. Right, let's get this vehicle up to temperature. Now, what it tells you in technical information is to raise the revs up to 2,500 RPM and leave it until it gets up to temperature, until the fans come in, and let it cool down. What I'm going to be doing is put a little bar on the throttle while it's at a high idle. You can see the coolant pumping through. I'm going to be putting this car back together in the wheel arch and all the belly pans and stuff. Right, well, this car now is fully up to temperature, and we have checked with the thermal imaging to make sure that we've got no airlocks anywhere, and all the pipes that should be hot are nice and hot. Even the vents inside the car. Lovely and toasty. Temperature gauge, can you see it? Halfway, absolutely perfect. There you go. That is one water pump replaced on a little 2018 Renault Mégane 1.3. The job is a good one. Now, if you've liked the video, please hit that like and subscribe, and no doubt we will definitely see you on the next video. And I hope everybody has a good weekend. Let's get it sent.